What's up, my beautiful human beings? It's your girl Cassidy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am, let me clear this stuff out. Excuse me, sir, ma'am, all of you. My bronzer's breaking. Coño. Today I have a makeup tutorial for you guys, and I don't really have anything like special to talk about, but I've been getting tons of requests on this makeup look that I've been doing on my Instagram. You guys have been DMing me like crazy because I just have this new thing that I do with my eyes, and it makes it look way more fancier than it actually is, or than it actually takes. Like, it looks like I put way more effort into my makeup than I actually did. On a daily basis, I finish this entire look in like 20 minutes. This is my go-to glam, you guys. I've been wearing it out when I was in LA. This is like the main makeup that I did. Actually, this is the only makeup look that I did almost every night that I was there. I would just change up my lip, either matte or glossy. And also, it's just what I do. It's just my go-to going out, like, fancier makeup. I just feel like it'll be perfect for you guys that want to amp things up in your makeup routine a little bit, but not do anything too crazy like cut creases and glitter. So I got you, girls. Before we get into it, don't forget to give me a like on this video, because you know it helps me out so much. And while you're down there, you might as well subscribe as well. Join the Cassidy Secrets gang. It's lit over here. And yeah, now that I am done with the whole spiel of the intro, like every time, let's just get right into this video. So I'm gonna start out with my eyes, which is super simple, and you guys literally ask for how I do my eye makeup so much, because I've kind of been doing the same thing lately where I like smoke out this like sort of brown colors in my crease, and it's literally the easiest eyeshadow look to do ever, but for some reason it looks like so stunning on the eyes. So I'm gonna start out with that. When I am doing this eyeshadow, I don't like to have like a full-on eyeshadow base, because for some reason I don't like the wash that it gives the brown color. Since I'm not using a like lid color, I feel like it doesn't make sense until you see what I'm doing. So all I do is just put a little bit of my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer on my lids, just so I can have a little bit of a sticky base. And then I go ahead and fill in my brows. I never fill my brows in on camera just because sometimes I feel like it's such a waste of time, until I got a few comments from you guys, and you guys were like, can you do your brows on camera for once? I'm like, sorry, sis. I'm just gonna put a little bit of Fenty gloss on my lips because I feel like they were a little too dry. I use my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Right now I'm using the shade 4.5, but I usually like the shade 4. I prefer the shade 4. I just ran out of it and I had 4.5, so I'm using 4.5. I always start at the tail end, and I just fill in the tail, kind of just give it a little bit more thickness on the top of my brow. Make it nice and short. And then once that tail end is filled in the way I like it, just let it, I go ahead straight to the front of my brow. And when I start at the front of my brow, I always create volume here at the bottom. I start with creating that line at the bottom. So I do that. So now it looks like that harsh line there. And then I start making little strokes upward in the front of my brow. And I kind of just flick up in that area. And then I start to just fill it in as I see fit. Just keeping a light hand always, because I hate when I draw them on too hard and then they look a little bit too harsh for my liking. So kind of just take it easy. And then the same exact thing to the other side, starting at the tail. I always like rest my pinky on my cheek. I don't know why, I'm just used to that, but I do that. And then I take the other side of it and I brush both of the brows out. Make sure they're nice and like as natural as I want them to look. If I brush too much out, I'll go back in, fill them in a little bit more. But that's how I do my brows, you guys. Okay, now for the easiest eyeshadow look you've ever seen in your entire life. I take my Urban Decay Born to Run palette. You guys know in the video right before this one, I was talking about how much I love this palette, how much I use it, and it's absolutely amazing. So I take the shade right here called Riff. It's just a warm orange color. I literally only use 2 shadows in this palette for the look that you guys have been asking for so much. So I just take that one first, and I'm picking that up on a Morphe M441, so it's just kind of like a tapered blending brush. I tap off the excess, and then I focus it on the outer corner. Now, when I'm blending this in, I'm not blending it all like upwards into my crease, how I would usually do with like a regular eyeshadow look. I just keep it right in this area. I do bring it a little bit into my crease, doing little circular motions, but I'm not like really blending it all in there. I just kind of like to keep it low, because you guys ask about this look so much because you notice how much it has that like cat eye kind of effect, but it still has a soft look to it. So I literally just do this motion right here. I kind of go like straight across my lid. It starts to create a little wing that's not too dramatic, and it brings that wash of color to help the darker brown blend in later on. If blending gets a little bit too much, I will just go ahead and tap it on like that to really pack the color, and then I'll just work out the blending right after. So you guys won't believe this, but I have to tell you guys and warn you a couple weeks in advance, your girl is going back to the dark side. I know it's so crazy, but I'm dyeing my hair brown again. I decided that I'm officially going to give up the blonde, at least for now. I might go back blonde like maybe in a year or two, but I've had this blonde hair for a little bit over a year, and honestly, it's treated me really well. I have freaking loved my blonde hair so much, and I still love it so much, but in the beginning, it was so healthy, so soft, and so many of you guys would ask me like, how the hell do you have blonde hair and it's so healthy? And the answer was, I don't know. My hair just held up really well. I mean, I did take care of it really good, but the truth is the strength of my hair just came through popping. But it's been over a year that I've had it, so breakage did start to happen. I'm starting to feel my ends thin out, and before it gets worse, like I have breakage in the front here. They kind of look like bangs, so you guys can't like tell a lot, but it's just like, I don't want it to get worse, because if I lose my hair, I will lose my shit. So I decided that I'm gonna go back to brown. I hope you guys don't hate me after I'm brunette again, but it's just time. It's time. Now that I have that color laid down, then I'm gonna intensify it with a darker brown, and this shade is called Punk in this palette. Pick that up on a Real Techniques 203 brush, and this is a smaller, more defined blending brush, and I literally just pack it on exactly where I would put like a winged liner. So I'm moving this around even less than I did with that orange color. I'm not like blending it all around messily. I'm just picking up the color on the tip of the brush only, and I'm pushing it like as close to my lash line as possible, kind of pushing it down in that area. Just to start, you can see like that smoky wing is starting to come through. And then I just flick out a little bit. I don't want it to get too crazy. So just blend that, bring it in towards my tear duct just a touch. And I'm literally like using a light hand, you guys, so you can see. I'll pack that color on. So I noticed that the blending on this side is a little bit messy. So I'm taking the brush that I was using before, and I'm picking up just a touch of that first color, and then I'm going to use that right on top of the brown to really smooth out the blending, to help with any blending of that dark brown. Then I do the same thing on the other eye just to make sure it's all smooth. And that's what I do on my eyes. I freaking love this look so much, you guys. Like, literally, it's the easiest thing, and it's so flattering to my eye shape for some reason. I don't know. I just love it. Okay, so I'm gonna put a hold on my eyes, and then I'm gonna finish off my face. This is my everyday, well, I don't want to say everyday because like I told you guys, I hadn't been wearing foundation for a long time, but I want to give you guys like the full glam version of this look, like how I would wear this look if I'm going out or going to a dinner or something. So I'll include foundation in this, and this is what I would normally do when I want to amp it up a little bit. So I'm starting out with my Laura Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer that I love so much. I love this primer so much, you guys, because it just makes my skin feel amazing. And then I take my MAC strobe cream in the shade Gold Light, and I take a tiny bit of that, just a little dot. And you guys know I'm always trying to find things that like give my face a more dewy look, so I just put that onto my fingers and I push it onto the high points of my face just to create that extra like glowy look, and I just love that so much. Look how pretty. Like, it just gives a really pretty subtle glow. It doesn't make a huge difference in your makeup, but it just, I don't know, I like the pretty finish that it leaves. And then for foundation, you guys know I've been obsessed with my Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. I love this stuff so much. I don't use a ton of it, but it gives me exactly what I need. Today I'm blending it in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. So I kind of just blend it all in. And my hoops, excuse me. And you guys can see I have like a lot of acne scars right now. I don't have actual pimples, which is a good thing. These are just like scars left behind. When I have a tan, I swear I do not have to worry about acne scars or dark spots, but in the winter they just come through so much because my skin gets so pale that literally the slightest little mark shows up so much on my skin, so I'm just like I go in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Canal, and this is just the first concealer that I use. I put that in my like lower highlight area. I don't use a ton of this product, but I just like to lay that down. And then I go in with my Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Warm Urban Decay. And I use that for like the whole brightening effect. You can see how much lighter it is than the shade Canal. So I kind of use Canal for like neutralizing for my dark circles, and then I use this concealer for the brightening aspect of it. And then I just blend that out with a beauty sponge. Blending out concealer is my favorite part of my makeup routine. Am I the only one? Like, it's just so satisfying to see that brightened effect come through. Love that. We love that. Now I'm gonna set my under eyes, and I use this Dermablend loose setting powder. This powder is so good. I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but I truly love this powder so much. I do not get flashback with this stuff, and it's just so good. I really love it. I feel like this is the powder that makes my under eyes and my concealer look so smooth and flawless. It's popping. I love it. Then I take an EcoTools multitasking powder brush, and I just press the powder, there's a hair. I press the powder into my skin and kind of move it all around. I'm not like rubbing it everywhere, but I just kind of push it in and move around the excess. Now I can go in and bring back some color, some dimension. This is the BH Cosmetics Satin Bronzer in the shade Totally Tan, and I honestly don't even know if they still have this bronzer online, but if they don't, I'm gonna be so sad when I finish it because it's my favorite bronzer of all time. It's so good. I use that on a Sigma F40 angled brush, tap off the excess, and I just put it in the hollows of my cheeks. But what I like about this bronzer is it's the perfect kind of like warm bronzer, but it's not too warm where it looks orange on my skin. So I honestly use this a little bit as both a bronzer and a blush. Like, I don't only use this as blush, obviously, but I bring it pretty high up onto my cheeks. Like, I'm not only contouring with this in this area. I bring it like in this whole area here in my cheeks, and I feel like that creates an overall like better bronzy look. That's why I just love this bronzer so much. I already look better. I love bronzer. I love it. Then I take my Eco Tools large shadow brush, and I use this to contour the sides of my nose. So I pick up a little bit there, and then I just run it along the sides. Just create some dimension on my little nose. Another beat up ass product. I feel like every powder that goes on my face is so beat up. Like my bronzer, this blush, oh my god. First of all, it's broken. It broke. And I can't let it go. I love it so much. It's the perfect freaking blush. Like the most perfect blush I've ever used in my life. I've used it a billion cajillion times. It is the Flower Beauty Peach Primrose. And I put that on with a Sigma Spotlight Duster brush. This is the F37. And I love this brush for my blush because it just fluffs the blush on so perfectly. Like, it doesn't put it on too heavily. You can have a really pigmented blush, and if you're using this brush, it just gets like that perfect amount right on your cheeks. It's so cute. Okay, now for the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen, the highlights. This is my favorite part. I come to life when I put my highlight on, and I use Laura Geller's Gilded Honey highlight with a Eco Tools controlled setting brush. So I just put that on the tops of my cheekbones, right on top of the blush. And some people keep their highlight like only on the outsides, but for the shape of my face, I like to keep it like right on the front of my cheek right there, like right on the tip of my cheek, because when I take pictures or when I like smile, you can really notice the highlight on the front of my face. I don't know, I just really like that look, like right here. I like for that to be highlighted. And then I put it on the sides of my forehead as well, just for a little shimmer. And then I put it on my nose. I like to put it on the tip of my nose first. And then I go ahead and apply some on the bridge. My dog is barking in this whole video, and I am so sorry. So now I'm going to finish off my eyes. I am using this brown eyeliner. This one is by Pretty Vulgar, and it's in the shade Yours Truly, but it's just a brown liner. You can use any brown liner. And all I do is I just use a little bit right on the outer edge of my waterline. Only on the outer edge. That's it. Just right there. And the reason why I do that, again, is just to help with that cat eye effect as well. Then I take a really small brush. This is a accent shadow brush by Eco Tools. Love this thing right here. I pick up that Riff shade that I had in my crease, and I put that on my lower lash line. I'm gonna finish off my eyes with some mascara. I'm using Urban Decay's Perversion mascara, and I like this one. It's just what I'm using now. Now the very last part, I talked to you guys about all of my favorite nude lippies that I keep on me pretty much at all times. I always start out with lining my lips with Urban Decay's Uptight Lip Liner. And now I'm going in with Tarte's Color Splash Lipstick in the shade Skinny Dip. And I just put that like on the center of my lips. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of Fenty gloss over that. This is the Fenty Glow gloss. Love this so much. And that is it, you guys. That is my full, pretty much like my go-to glam. This is like literally my ride or die look. And I feel like it looks so fabulous and so glamorous, but it's super easy to do. If I'm going out though, like if I'm going to a dinner or to a party, I will for sure wear fake lashes. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I want to wear lashes, sometimes I don't. Today, I don't really want to wear lashes, and I want to show you guys how the look is without lashes in case you're not a lash person. I always feel so good every time I have this look on. It's just easy. It's so quick and easy for me to do. I can get it done in 20 minutes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'm so happy to be back doing videos for you guys. It feels so freaking good, I swear. But yeah, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you know how much it means to me. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!